Hey there, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Season 2, the Nerdable Podcast. David and Abel here. And David, it has been quite some time since we have recorded, my friend.
It has.
So we have quite a list of things to go through today, and it's a good mixture of things. So I am excited to talk about what is happening in the Nerdable world. So first off, since we've talked, David, what's been going on with you? What new products have you got? What's going on?
Well, I would have had the Charizard pop up, but Target decided to cancel their order on me. So I was pretty mad about that. I was still salty about it. And then I ordered Charmander I ordered Silver Charmander and then Horsey, but they both got delayed on Amazon till I think it said December 2021. So now I gotta wait for those. So basically I was gonna get both of those, all three of those pops, and they all got delayed and one got canceled. So I have nothing.
My Horsey came in. My regular Charizard on Amazon got delayed. And then my pre-order for the Target Charizard is still there. I just checked today. Because I had to cancel my debit card because I lost it. I don't know where it's at. So I had to get a new one. So I went and updated my payment method, because if not, they'll fucking cancel my order.
Well, I don't understand what happened. They told me it was because my card was expired, but my card is not expired. So
that's a fucking shame.
I don't know why they did that, but so now I have no order on Target. So now I'm salty.
So as far as same with Pokemon, I have got some celebrations packs. I got the Elite Trainer box. I got an EV10. No great pulls on the celebrations. The cards look really cool. I've got a couple actually decent pulls there. And then I have two sealed booster like boxes. I have one of the Vivid Voltage still, and then my Evolving Skies. Both are still sealed. So I think I'm keeping those. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm keeping those sealed. For now, at least. And then let's see. Really, Funko Pops. We're gonna get into that today, but my purchasing of them has, besides those Pokemon ones, has been almost non-existent. And so that's interesting. I'm trying to think. I think the last one that I got was like the Horsey one that came in. And then let's see, I got Mew recently. And then my Hocus Pocus one. So I got the Sanderson sisters around like the little I don't know what it's called, sorry, where they're like casting a spell. And then I have Danny with Binks. So those are all of my latest pickups. This is probably one of my favorite things from the Pokemon celebrations in general. And it's like that big coin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's like real nice silver coin. It's pretty cool. It's pretty, it's big, it's nice. And in Pikachu, it says 25 on his cheeks, so that's cool. Yeah, other than that, I think it's just been like, yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get into the Funko stuff, but I have actually started to, I guess I'll save that. Let's save that. Let's get into the first bit of news here. We talk about Niantic. They are the partners that helped create Pokemon Go. They have announced a new game called Pikmin Bloom. Pikmin Bloom, a new augmented reality app from Nintendo and Pokemon Go creator Niantic, is coming to mobile devices starting Tuesday. The new app will be released in Australia and Singapore first, and then will roll out globally over the coming days on Apple's App Store and the Google Play Store. According to their news release, it will be available to download for free. So the app uses real-world augmented reality technology to bring the colorful insect-like mascots called Pikmin to your daily walk. By doing this, it aims to quote-unquote spice up banal communities like going to the park or to the grocery store by allowing you to interact with your Pikmin. The mainline Pikmin games for consoles are a series of strategy games where you grow and command groups of Pikmin as if they were an army. This app takes a more peaceful approach and doesn't involve fighting other creatures. In Pikmin Bloom, you can plant Pikmin which grow automatically as you walk, then you pluck them. The more you walk, the more Pikmin friends that you make. Are you playing Pikmin Bloom?
I don't know. I've been wanting to play regular Pikmin for a while. I was gonna buy it today, but I haven't done that. I was gonna buy it on my Switch.
I'm not playing it.
What? If Pikmin was kind of fun.
I'm not playing any of it. I don't have time for that. Like so there's going to be some things we're going to talk about that I want to start playing, but I'm like, I don't have time for it right now. And it makes me anxious thinking about it. Like I wish there was more hours in the day, but Pikmin Bloom,
like 2 or 3 in the morning.
I started going to the gym for the past 3 weeks. So I've been going to the gym early in the morning. So I'm not waking up earlier so I can play a video game.
So you play Pikmin?
Yeah, I hate Pikmin. It sounds boring. So staying with Niantic, Pokemon Go on November 1st is announced they are having a Dia de los Muertos event. And in this event, there are all sorts of goodies that you can get if you are a Pokemon Go player. So let's see here. It's like the very first time that they've done this event to celebrate the Mexican holiday, giving the players opportunity to score themselves a bunch of exclusive Pokemon. So wild shiny Pokemon, that all of this is going to be available on November 1st and runs for 24 hours. So basically, when this podcast comes out, you would have had to have already played it, but this is the chances that you could, the things that you could have got. Wild shiny Pokemon: Cubone, Sunkern, Murkrow, Houndour, Sableye, Roselia, Drifloon, Yamask. Incense and Lure shiny Pokemon: Cubone, Sunkern. It's basically all the same Pokemon except Alolan Marowak is added to that. And then field research task shiny Pokemon are Cubone, Sunkern, Roselia, and Alolan Marowak. So all the shiny Pokemon will be available to capture during the event, and there are other exclusive items up for grabs. During the event, you'll be able to claim a free event box and avatar item. The event box will give you 20 Pokeballs that can be used for your shiny hunting, while the Dia de los Muertos shirt is a cool new look for your in-game avatar. Don't miss out on the festivities and your chance to catch some shiny Pokemon. So, David, you are a Pokemon Go player. What's going on? You playing this?
I am. I already got the notification. I was like, what is this? But I didn't bother reading it because I was at work. So I just like swiped away. I was like, no.
You're like, I'll read that later.
Yeah, I'll read that later. But I kind of wish they had better Pokemon for Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, really? Yeah, like none of those really seem like, I understand like Cubone and Marowak though. I understand those because I think about like the story behind Cubone and Marowak, you know, so like that's kind of like, but like they didn't really have like ghost Pokemon or like, you know, like you would think like something like, you know, I don't know.
He was like Duskull, who's actually like a ghost with a skull on his face.
Like what's going on here, Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
So there has been some new details revealed for the games that we're not looking forward to, called Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. And then there's some sad news that has come out since we last recorded about Pokemon Legends Arceus. So let's start with Arceus. We learned that it's not going to be an open world like we thought. So that was very misleading of Pokemon. Shame on them. I hate them. With Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond come just around the corner. I can't believe it. I feel like we talked about this like a long time ago. I felt like it was years from like when we talked. But they're in just a couple of weeks on the 19th of November. Those two games will be launched, and there are some new things that were recently revealed. And so basically there's new information like different bosses and commanders of Team Galactic, the toughest Pokemon trainers in town. So like the gym leaders, they kind of go into some of the tougher gym leaders. Basically, it's like Candace and her Abomasnow and Volkner and Luxray. I don't ever find electric type Pokemon hard to beat.
No, not really.
It's like I just don't ever find them. They also talk about a little bit more about the legendary Pokemon Uxie, I don't know how to say it, Mesprit and Azlef. And then a little bit of information about the 3 lakes that represent the Sinnoh region. The lakes are Lake Acuity, Lake Verity, and Lake Valor. So, with everything that's been coming out since we last recorded about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, do you plan to play them and buy them, or are you still passing on them?
I probably won't, because it's basically like the same exact game. I felt like Pokemon has basically just like, we're only going to focus on Arceus, and they just kind of copy and pasted Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, and like updated the graphics.
Pretty much. Very low, not really by much.
I know. So again, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Again, it's not an open world game, unfortunately, for all of us that were hoping that, and the way the original trailer made it seem. They hate us. So some newly discovered information were the I don't know how to, is it the Hisuian forms of Zora and Zorak? I guess this is like the region, the Hisu region. I'm not sure how to say that. I don't know. Do you know if that's right? I don't know.
It's like
Hisu.
I think that's right. It looks like that's how you would pronounce it. But it's
So
probably something a little bit random.
Yeah, so if not, deal with it. That's how I'm saying it. So there's a Husein Zora and Zorak, and then there's been quite a few trailers since we last talked. One of the last podcasts in season 1 that we talked about was like how there hadn't been any news about Pokemon Arceus and how maybe it was delayed. And then after that, like literally the week after that episode, they released like a new trailer. And I'm really not looking forward to the game that much anymore.
No, it's not an open world.
Yeah, like it just like doesn't seem, I don't know, it doesn't seem that exciting to me anymore. It doesn't seem like groundbreaking. It doesn't seem like Pokemon is evolving, for lack of a better word.
They're adding more new Pokemon again.
And that's because from what I read, they are keeping the Pokédex to like under 400. So I don't know how many new Pokemon they're going to be able to add.
Yeah, 400 is almost nothing. That's like, there's over 1,000 Pokemon already.
So it's like, I'm annoyed by you, Pokemon.
I think it's because it's supposed to be like a prequel to everything. It's like before all of everything we've already made, we're gonna go all the way backwards.
So it's like a prequel. So can you really introduce new Pokemon if it's a prequel? Because like technically, if this is before, all these Pokemon would have already existed.
It's basically like giving you like what they looked like before. It's like basically pre-evolutions, I guess, or like.
I guess I get that. It's kind of a waste of generation.
Pre-evolutions, if that makes sense. Because they're not pre-evolutions, but they're pre-evolutions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, what does a Eevee look like before it was Eevee?
Yeah, basically.
Like, how did Eevee evolve into Eevee? Like,
yeah.
Eevee evolved into itself.
Yeah, basically, so, it's his ancestor.
It's like, I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to it, and to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to buy it now. I don't know.
I'm curious how they're going to fit everything that they showed in a non-open world game.
Yeah. And then like, are there like, there's no gyms, right? Like, this is pre-gyms.
I don't think I think it's pre-gym too, yeah.
And I hated that one. Which game was it? Was it Sword and Shield?
Sun and Moon? No
where they
gym.
didn't have gyms and they had challenges. I hated that. I didn't even play like a quarter in. Like I hated it. Holy crap, I hated it. I'm so triggered
Where they
that I
had the
spent
trial, and then you couldn't catch the Pokemon after the trial, which kind of sucked.
where I spent like almost freaking $60 on nothing.
Pretty much.
So that's annoying. So let's move on to Pokemon celebrations. It was this big hoopla, right? In season 1 when we were recording, we were looking forward to it. We were excited for it. We were like, we need to get this. It's going to be huge. I ordered there was one of the boxes that I got, like you said that you were trying to get the Charizard one. There was another one that I got, wasn't impressed by it. I got these little mini tins of celebrations. I actually like the mini tins. I'm using them to hold stuff and they were actually pretty cool. But I got this dark Sylveon like celebrations thing box or whatever because it's Eevee. And it's been a letdown. It's kind of a flop. It's kind of, you can get it anywhere. Booster
Pretty much.
boxes are like almost retail price. Everything is a little bit inflated right now because of the times that we're living in, right? But you can get it anywhere. Like I saw on Mercari, the Charizard box going for $38.
Yeah, it's pretty much very easy to get. It kind of fell flat on its face. It kind of did what like Ghosts of the Past did for Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's kind of just like, it's there. Like it was really hyped, and then it just kind of was like, But I think it's because it's basically like it's unlimited printing as far as I know. Like they said, like it's not anything special. They're gonna print it as long as there's like a demand, pretty much.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's not very much hype. A lot of YouTubers are already over it. And then you mentioned something else that you said, like, what else was it that you said is not getting a lot of hype? Like people aren't caring about right now.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Synchrony Storm. Nobody cares.
And these are all things like we decided to end season 1 because it was like a lull in news. And so we were like, you know what? Let's start back in the fall when all these releases are happening. Things are going to be exciting. And David and I were planning to record like 2 weeks ago, and then we're like, let's hold off, right? Like maybe things. And then last week we're like, let's record, and I'm like, I'm not getting any news, David. Like, let's put it off another week. I'm like, okay, it's like November, we got to record. So, I don't. Do you think that these launches are flopped because the bubble has burst, or do you think that paired with everything like the inflation, everything getting like delayed, stuck overseas, prices have gone up with everything from food to gasoline to goods and services and everything. What are your thoughts? Do you think the bubble is, do you think it's just as simple as the bubble bursted on all this, like on collecting in general for now?
I think it did. I think it's kind of a lot. It's kind of the inflation thing a little bit, but I think it's mainly the bubble did pop. Like I think all the scalpers and stuff finally figured out what like collectors had been doing for years. Like in like, hey man, you can't really get rich off this. We kind of just do it for fun, because there's a kind of a surplus of cards now everywhere from what I'm noticing. At HEB, we have like the prismatic sports cards that everybody's going crazy for and like tearing down shelves and stuff. We have like 2 like bins full to the top with them like now. Like just we can't get rid of them fast enough. They're like $20 a pop. And we have 2 bins on the front of the store and the back of the store just like filled. Like there's got to be like 100 plus prismatic boxes in there. And maybe I think the TCG bubble finally popped and everyone's just like, oh well, I'm not gonna get rich off it, so they're just trying.
Yeah, I think collecting right now is kind of taking a back burner because some other stories that we're going to get into that it's not looking good for anyone, for any company right now, except the one that's rising. But I want to talk about this story that I came along while I was researching Pokemon stuff. So there was this man who is now facing 20 years in prison for blowing a $58,000 loan that he took out for a Pokemon card. In a report by CBR, a collector from Georgia has been slapped with a $250,000 fine and could face 20 years in jail for spending $57,789 from a COVID-19 support loan on a Pokemon card. According to court documents, with the collector, I don't want to say his name, even though they say it, didn't disclose in his application for an economic injury disaster loan the number of employees working his company and its gross annual turnover. For their part, the Small Business Administration granted the said loan amounting to $84,000, which was designed to be used as capital for business-related expenditures or to resolve various expenses such as rent or utilities. Unfortunately, the collector went a different route by splurging most of the money on a single Pokemon card, which has not been revealed to the public. We can guess which it is. While the exact Pokemon card wasn't disclosed, this kind of purchase and the value it fetched aren't exactly new for card enthusiasts. Earlier this year, a first edition Shadowless Charizard holo card was sold for $300,000 by Heritage Auctions. Even Logan Paul wore a PSA 10 slab of the same card to his match against Floyd Mayweather last June, a move that raised the popularity of trading cards at the time. David, you're a small business owner.
Yes.
Would you ever have the nerve to do something so stupid for this Pokemon card?
There's no Pokemon card worth $58,000. Not even first edition Shadowless Charizard. In like retail wise, $30,000. You're paying $50,000 for a card. You're probably gonna lose a lot of money. You're probably not gonna see profit anytime soon.
What he paid on that card was someone's basically a salary for someone.
Pretty much, yeah. And that person probably made money. That person made profit, and he's probably going to make little to no profit. He'll be lucky if he breaks even.
And what's crazy is that he's facing all this jail time and fines because it was a federal loan for COVID-19 relief for a small business. Oh my God.
You cannot rationalize that purchase.
I don't know what is happening in the world.
Was he a card-related business at least, to where that made sense?
But even then, they said it was supposed to be used for like utilities and rent and things like that. Like not really inventory, even if it was.
True.
So let's move on from Pokemon and talk about Harry Potter. I am obsessed with Harry Potter. Harry Potter is one of the reasons why I started writing, one of the reasons why I started collecting Funko Pops, because I thought it was a Harry Potter thing before it was actually a Funko thing. Like I didn't know Funko was a thing. I thought it was Harry Potter. And so Harry Potter's this year, actually this month, is celebrating its 20th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Because of this, Entertainment Weekly, they announced that HBO Max, TBS, and the Cartoon Network will be having a new Harry Potter type of like TV game show. And so kind of what the Warner Brothers released a statement saying, to celebrate the dedicated fans, old and new, who have passionately kept the Wizarding World magic alive in so many forms for decades, these exciting specials will celebrate their Harry Potter fandom in a must-see multi-platform TV event. All Potter fans can gear up for this ultimate one-of-a-kind celebration by embracing their inner Hermione Granger and studying their wizarding world knowledge. For fans who have always wanted to discover what it might be like to take an OWL exam, this is as close as they are going to get. The film series ended over 10 years ago, but the franchise has continued with Fantastic Beasts spin-offs, The Cursed Child play, and video games like the Hogwarts Legacy. So I looked into this. It looked, from the trailer that I saw for the TV like game show, whatever it is, it looked like it was kind of like a trivia type of show with like where people in the audience are like in different the 4 different houses and they go against each other, and kind of like a Wizarding Cup like type of event, like there's one house can win. So that's a pretty cool idea for a TV show. But I mean, if you're not a Harry Potter fan, you're not going to watch. And then I feel like, I mean, there is a lot of Harry Potter fans around the world, so I would hate to say the ratings are going to fail, because I doubt it, honestly. But I'm glad it's on HBO Max, because like, if it was just on TBS, like Cartoon Network, I don't watch TV. I don't even have a TV in my bedroom. I literally do not have a TV in my bedroom. Everything I watch is on this little thing right here, my iPad. It's on my iPad.
I don't think many people nowadays have cable even anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so it's like, why? Like, so I don't think that we've never really discussed if you're a big Harry Potter fan or not. I don't think you are.
I finished all the series. Like, I remember my friend and his wife finished Harry Potter like this year. And they're like, we've never seen it. I was like, y'all never finished Harry Potter? I remember watching it as it came out. They're like, no, we've never seen it. So this was the first time they finished it this year. So it kind of blew up. Some people have like done it. But I'm kind of a Harry Potter fan. One of my friends was. So I've taken like, I have Pottermore. I know what my house is. I did like the quizzes and all that fun stuff.
What house are you?
Ravenclaw.
Same. Yeah, Ravenclaw. The best and the only house. I said what I said. So cool. So speaking of Harry Potter and the 20th anniversary, because they are celebrating their 20th anniversary, they are releasing a new wave of Harry Potter Funko Pops, which I have literally, I think I have every Harry Potter Funko Pop ever created so far in my collection. I think I have it. I have it, or I have had it, because I've sold a few that were just like the bigger ones, like the movie scenes and stuff, that were just like, I can't keep these anymore. I don't have room. But I have or had every single Harry Potter pop, every variation, every exclusive, there's like exclusives for different countries. I have all of them, or have. So with that being said, the new Harry Potter wave is going to be Harry Potter with the stone. He looks all beat up. Hermione Granger holding a wand. Ron Weasley and Devil's Snare. Dumbledore with Hogwarts. Cedric Diggory at the Yule Ball. Ron mini moment. Hermione mini moment. Harry mini moment. Draco mini moment. And a Severus Snape mini moment. So to be honest with you, I'm only getting like the main Funko Pops. I don't do any of like those moments or minis or whatever, because I don't really consider those Funko Pops. But yeah, they will be retailing for about $11.99 a piece, because the next thing that we're going to talk about is the Funko recently announced that they are raising their prices on their regular 4-inch pops. They are going to be raised by, I think, $1 or $2 in price, which is, it's understandable. They have to cover their costs, right? But with that being said, lots and lots, and when I say lots, I mean, I'm not exaggerating, at least 10 YouTubers that I watch regularly are selling their Funko collections, have quit collecting, have put their collections in storage. Funko got a new, I think, CEO or a new owner, and ever since this person has taken over, it has been a dumpster dive. It has been a shit show. So let me tell you about my New York Comic Con experience. They did not do a lottery system this year. They said that they figured out a way for you to be in the waiting room, and they would allow so many people in at a time, and everybody can only get one item at a time. So I think it was like 9 a.m. my local time that it went off here, and I was on it and I was in line. Then it said that I had 3-minute waiting time. Cool. Got down to 1 minute. I was like, yes, this is about to happen. Then it jumped up to 22 minutes.
The heck?
And it dropped down to 3 minutes. So then I get in and I'm adding stuff to my cart. I go to check out. I get put in another waiting line. My waiting line, I think I waited almost 30 minutes. So then when I'm checking out, it's like, oh, everything that you put in your cart's not available. And I was like, okay, we're about to fight, Funko. Like, this is about to happen. We are going to fight. I'm going to drive to your headquarters and fight you. Then I get on YouTube and all of the YouTubers are saying the exact same thing. Nobody was like, only a few people were able to get what they needed. Then it came out that stuff they had on their website was actually delayed. And so they denied a lot of orders because they figured they are not getting a lot of their Funko Pops for New York City Comic Con until late December, early January. So that's why they denied a lot of orders.
Dang.
So, like I said, lots of people, at the very least, 10 of the YouTubers that I watch that are Funko Pop collectors have quit or are quitting. What are your thoughts? Do you, like I said earlier, do you think this is just the collector's burst, like bubble burst right now?
I don't know. That sounds like that was very poor, like a poor way of handling their stuff, to be honest. I think they just maybe they just thought people weren't going to show up or people weren't as into it as they thought. And then maybe they were worried about, like, I don't know. I feel like if anything, with the way the year has been gone, they should have been prepared because they knew they was gonna like have like a big turnout. Even if they were over prepared, like Pokemon is and has a lot of like celebrations, they should have at least done that. But it sounds like they just like they weren't prepared for the numbers they were getting, or they were trying something new and it didn't work out.
So yeah, Funko can funk off. But Funko is quick to jump on bandwagons because the famous Netflix show Squid Game, I don't know if you watched it. I watched it because everybody else was watching it. It was trending. It was all over TikTok. It still is on TikTok, the dances that people are doing. Well, Squid Game Funko Pops are coming next year. The Netflix revealed that they are partnering with Funko and they will be releasing 6 Funko Pops in May of 2022 for $11.99, which you can now pre-order, which I am passing on. They depict main characters, and excuse me, I'm going to butcher the hell out of these names. There's main characters Ji-hun, Sai Bayek, Nam, Ali, that was easy, and Sang-woo, and then as well as one of the masked workers from the game. So do you love Squid Game that much to buy Funkos from them, or are you passing on this collection as well?
I'm probably I don't know their names, so I just know them by their numbers. So that's how I know them.
So yeah, I don't know who they are, and I'm being very, very picky. So this is what I was going to talk about earlier, and kind of the last story where we said people are ending their collections. I have seriously started to consider, like, should I start selling all of my pops? Like, I would probably just keep like Harry Potter, and then maybe some that are like really special to me, like my Schitt's Creek. Like, I love those. My drag queen ones, I love those. Probably Pokemon. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know. I'm really considering getting rid of them all.
I think we're getting to the point the point of the time or the end of the collecting period where we're gonna start going back into normalcy, and it's not everything's gonna have crazy value. It's kind of just gonna be like, it's just normal again.
So there's like some new local shops that also like take pops in. So I'm thinking about like taking in a bunch, and I feel like it's just faster to do it that way than try to list them all on Mercari or my website. Like it's just too much. It's like I'm tired of it. So let's move on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series will return next year, taking place January 15th and the 16th, 2022. It will be the first event of its kind in nearly 2 years, with the last in-person championship event being held in February of 2020. Well over 1,000 Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game players are expected to come together. Okay, COVID's not over. They're coming together to duel in the Pasadena Convention Center. They'll battle in a 2-day tournament for an array of fantastic prizes and the chance to qualify for the North America World Championship qualifier, with the victors from the World Championship qualifier going to the prestigious Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. Basically the Olympics. Save it your dream. Prizes include the gaming systems and special prize cards, with the winner picking up an ultra rare dueling dragon, the dual dragon, and the special YCS trophy. And all attending duelists that pre-register for the YCS will receive a special game mat and promo card. So that's that. Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't know that COVID's still here. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like they're gonna be tested every single day, like the NBA and all the other professional sports are doing. And
Yeah.
that's probably why I would never participate, because I ain't trying to get nothing stuck up my nose.
So yeah, I'm like, yeah, and then it's like not just up your nose, like it's in your brain.
No,
Like,
I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not
like
trying to get.
I'm double vaccinated, about to be triple vaccinated, but I'm still not trying to be around 1,000 people.
No, I'm not trying to have no one stick nothing on my nose. That's my biggest fear. But I'm not even scared of COVID. I'm just scared of getting tested for COVID.
Have you not been tested ever?
No.
Oh, are you vaccinated?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like asking you personal questions on our podcast. Sorry.
I'm not trying to get no Q-tips stuck on my nose. I'm not about it.
Yeah, and I'm like 1,000 people in a convention center doesn't feel safe. I'm sure they'll have like, like safety measures and stuff, because every like concerts are back and they're doing it, and
I'm pretty sure they're only allowed to be around themselves.
but I
It's
still
probably
don't.
gonna be, they're probably gonna be put in a bubble like the NBA was.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't trust it. So speaking of gaming and trading cards and just this world in general, there is this new thing that is out in the world. And I only know about it because those YouTubers that I just mentioned that are quitting Funko, they also usually collect Pokemon cards, and they are getting into this thing called MetaZoo. MetaZoo, for those of you like me who did not know what the hell that was, is a collectible card game with groundbreaking mechanics that break the fourth wall. Okay, whatever. Choose where you play wisely, because your surroundings dictate how powerful your cards are. Cast water spells when it's raining to increase their effectiveness, and partner dark beasties during nighttime to augment their power. A deck is only as powerful as its arena. That is cool. The website's giving me I paid someone on Fiverr to build this website. Our websites are more professional than them, and they are an official trading card game website. I'm like, how is this happening? The artwork looks like they hired a person that just graduated out of art school, maybe still might be in art school, not even graduated art school, because the artwork is very lackluster. I saw a few cards. I think the idea of the game seems cool, and I think that's why it's catching on, but it definitely isn't for the damn artwork. It definitely isn't for their horrible website. It definitely isn't for anything. I'm not here for it. I'm not playing MetaZoo. I'm not buying the cards. They're ugly. David, what are your thoughts? I know you have a personal opinion, but
Yeah, so I basically when I launched Coaster Card Game Shop, and I was like, I want to do a new game every single month. So obvious choices were like Pokemon, YuGiOh, Magic. When I first found MetaZoo, because it came out on things you may be interested on, I reached out to the creator of MetaZoo, and he just left me on red. Like I was like, hey, I'm a new shop. You seem like a new game that's gonna come out. I want to like talk about your game on like my content that I make. I want to like learn more about it. We should get together, talk about it. Cause this guy had like a few thousand followers, maybe not even. He was like very normal person. This was like December, January-ish. And he just never responded. He just never responded, never anything. He just didn't, seem to care, I guess. I don't know if he thought he was too big or whatever, but he never responded or anything. And yeah. I mean MetaZoo, it seems like it's right place, right time. He kind of created it right at the explosion of TCG, I think.
and then the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and other trading card games, people are not wanting them as much. So I feel like people are wanting something new, and this is new. I wouldn't say it's new and shiny because they're ugly, but they are it's a new thing. I like the concept of like how like they say like your deck is only as powerful as the arena. That's like cool. But I'm
I
like
mean, it's an
I'm like
idea Pokemon did in the 90s though.
yeah, I
It's
know.
they created two cards that are banned for tournament use. One is Pikachu, Happy Birthday Pikachu, and the other one is another duo. I forgot its name, but it's very rare and it's banned because it has the ability to, depending on your like where you're playing at, you can win the game like that. And Happy Birthday Pikachu, if it's your birthday and you play it, you win automatically. So Pokemon used these ideas in the 90s, and MetaZoo probably took the idea.
Yeah, MetaZoo, step your card game up because they're ugly as fuck. So that's my opinion. Don't at me because I'll fucking block you.
Help.
Anyways, let's move on to the last couple of stories that I added last minute. Animal Crossing is getting an update, and I am more probably willing to get my Switch out for this than any of the new Pokemon games. So Animal Crossing announced that New Horizons is getting their last major update 2.0, which will be including Happy Homes Paradise. So this means lots of new things to do on your island, lots of new characters from previous variations of the game or iterations of the game will be in the show. I'm sorry, in the game. And then paired with that, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which is like the mobile game, they are getting new characters before New Horizons, because New Horizons comes out I think at the end of this month in November, and Pocket Camp is getting the characters beforehand. So if you play Pocket Camp, you can get a few of these new characters on your island there first, and then you can do the 2.0. It's going to be a DLC like update, so it's like for a purchase for an additional amount, and it's going to be their last major update to this. Other than that, they'll just be doing small minor updates until their next major release. I don't think that you pay Animal Crossing, but I'm excited for that because I got bored with my island. But now I'm like, do I want to go back and like check on my people? Like I miss them kind of, and my little villagers, but I'm also like,
Everyone's gonna have left and move to another island. They're like, no, okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, literally all my villagers probably hate me. They're probably sad. Now that I think about it, that makes me sad because I love them. And then there's probably, my island was beautiful and there's probably weeds everywhere and it's probably a disaster. So I'm like, do I want to go through that stress again? No, I don't deserve that stress. So
to deal with the situation.
yeah, I'll just leave my Switch here and not use it again for anything else. Waste of money. So that is it for the first episode of Nerdable Season 2. Next week we'll be back with another episode. Hopefully there's some more news for you. Hopefully Funko F's up some more so we can report on that. Hopefully people aren't going to jail for stupid loans and getting Pokemon cards. And hopefully MetaZoo updates their game because their cards are ugly. Other than that, have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.